y'all was dating and y'all were friends, you didn't know that he had a baby on the way?
Well, actually, I found out about it online.
So he knew that I was pregnant from the day I found out that I was pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? He asked me, what do you want from me? I said, I don't want nothing from you. You know how to be a good dad, right? He said, yes. And then what a lot of people don't even know is that the threesome was not the first time that we had dealings with each other. And it wasn't the second time or the third time either.
Lil Scrappy is trapped in a nuclear web of his own making, while his secret life with Shakira Hardy is finally exposed. Britney Sims sits inches away, her heart shattering in real time as the man she defends is reportedly caught in a devastating 2 a.m. lie. This isn't just reality TV drama. It is a scorched earth betrayal that has the streets of Atlanta reeling. According to sources, the Prince of the South was living a double life that makes his past mess with Bambi look like child's play. Shakira isn't just talking, she is bringing receipts that could leave Scrappy's reputation permanently silenced. The timeline is unhinged, the evidence is leaked. There is absolutely no turning back now. But the one detail nobody is talking about, the secret courthouse move. We will get to that. But first, Scrappy is facing a public trial by his peers. Britney is desperate for answers. Shakira holds all the cards. Allegedly, this secret relationship happened while Britney thought she was the only one. We are talking about a secret pregnancy, late-night massage requests, and a timeline that simply does not add up. If these allegations are true, Scrappy's latest relationship is officially over. The fallout is massive. The industry is watching. Every text message is a nail in the coffin of his credibility. You will learn exactly how Shakira trapped him with his own words. We will reveal the messages Britney was never supposed to see. This is the dark side of fame. This is a masterclass in deception. But to understand why this happened, we need to go back to how this tangled web was first spun. It started in 2024, but the seeds were planted long before season 13. To understand Lil Scrappy, you have to understand the hustle. Born Daryl Richardson in Atlanta, he became the face of the crunk era. His career peak with money in the bank made him a legend, but his personal life became his real full-time job. 3 years before this mess, Scrappy was navigating a messy divorce from Bambi, the mother of 3 of his children. Nobody was paying attention to the quiet whispers back then. While the world watched his public spats with his ex-wife, Scrappy was reportedly finding solace with Shakira Hardy. The first crack appeared during a low-key club appearance where the two were spotted vibing too closely for a man claiming to be single and healing. It was a classic Scrappy move, finding a new flame before the old one was cold. But this time, it wasn't just a rebound. It was a complication that led to a secret child. And in early 2025, Scrappy introduced Britney Sims as his peace after the storm. She stood by him while the internet dragged him. But while she played the supportive girlfriend, Shakira was carrying a secret set to explode. The timeline of his friendship with Britney and his dealings with Shakira began to overlap. But that was just the beginning. What happened in early 2026 lit the fuse on everything. The tension moved to the screen on January 15, 2026. Scrappy posted a photo with Britney calling her "my queen." The comment section became a war zone. Shakira dropped a cryptic comment, "The math ain't mathing." Trigger. Shakira posted a sonogram. Reaction. Britney went nuclear on live, claiming she wasn't worried about a bitter baby mama. Consequence. The internet never forgot, and the receipts started pouring in. On February 2nd, 2026, a leaked video showed Scrappy leaving a medical building with Shakira. Britney replied with a defiant post, trusting the process. But behind the scenes, lawyers were getting involved. Sources told the Jasmine brand that Britney was starting to question if she was the other woman without even knowing it. The escalation peaked during a recorded phone call. In the audio, Scrappy is reportedly heard telling Shakira, "I gotta play the game for the cameras." Shakira's response was cold. "Play the game, but don't play with my son." Supporting characters like Mama D began to stir the pot, publicly praising Shakira while giving Britney the cold shoulder. The trigger was a family dinner where Mama D forgot to invite Britney. The result? A blowout fight in a high-end Atlanta restaurant. By March, rumors of a sit-down began to circulate. This wasn't for ratings. This was for blood. The most extreme action occurred during the now infamous sit-down episode. This crossed a line that even hip-hop considers sacred, the sanctity of a father's word. Shakira revealed that Scrappy was in her bed while Britney was defending his name on social media. She looked Britney in the eyes and said, "We were still sleeping with each other the entire time I was pregnant." The emotional peak hit when Shakira detailed how Scrappy asked her to move in while publicly claiming Britney. This wasn't just cheating, it was a double life involving a child. Public reaction was merciless. The Shade Room commentators wrote, "Scrappy is playing chess with two women's lives while he's just a pawn in his own mess." Longtime supporters condemned him, noting he hadn't learned from Erica Dixon or Bambi. On the other side, some claimed Shakira was weaponizing the child for fame. But empathy shifted to Britney when she realized the threesome wasn't a one-time thing. It was a pattern. The look of cold realization on her face was the anchor of the episode. Nobody said anything, because there was nothing to say. The silence was louder than any shout. The line wasn't just crossed, it was erased. Transforming this from gossip to an investigation requires looking at the receipts. Documents dated November to 2025 show Scrappy was at the hospital for the birth, despite telling Britney he was at a studio session in Miami. Evidence language is key. An unverified text log shows a series of messages sent at 2:14 a.m. These messages weren't about child support. They asked for massages and company. Sources told TMZ these messages were why Britney almost walked off set. When Scrappy claimed, "I called you baby mama, not baby," the metadata told a different story. Experts cited by blogs say the frequency of calls between Scrappy and Shakira averaged 4 times a day during his exclusive period with Britney. Furthermore, a December 2025 traffic stop placed Scrappy in the same vehicle as Shakira at 3 a.m. He told Britney he was with security. The Jasmine brand reported production had to step in when Shakira read "I love you" text sent weeks before the sit-down. Scrappy cannot explain this away with judge and jury rhetoric. He is a man addicted to the thrill of the chase, but terrified of the catch. As we look at his separate business disputes, his personal life continues to be his biggest liability. The truth was never the priority. The fallout has been a career killer for Scrappy's family man image. Immediately after the episode, Britney scrubbed her Instagram of Scrappy. She posted, "When people show you who they are, believe them." According to DJ Academics, the two have not spoken since. Shakira's following has exploded. She's leaning into the truth teller role, appearing on podcasts to detail even more dealings Scrappy had in Atlanta. The powerhouse of Atlanta is now a house of cards. Scrappy is reportedly devastated, but spends his time on live blaming production for bad editing. But the damage is done. Major brands for dad-focused endorsements have gone silent. The legal battle for child support is just beginning, and sources say Shakira is asking for a figure that would make his head spin. The industry is divided. Some rappers tell him to man up, others laugh at the absurdity of a 2 a.m. massage text. Scrappy is isolated, with only Mama D left, and even she is making comments about his poor choices. This is a brand liquidation. What is the verdict on the Lil Scrappy saga? The evidence points to him being the architect of his own destruction. We've seen the patterns from Erica to Bambi and now to Britney. The one detail nobody is talking about, the secret courthouse move, is that Scrappy reportedly filed for emergency mediation days after the sit-down. Not to fix things with Britney, but to gag Shakira from releasing more texts. This tells you everything. He isn't sorry for the lie, he's sorry he got caught. Scrappy is sitting in the wreckage. I'm trying to figure out his next move. But fans have already reached their conclusion. You cannot build a future on lies, especially involving a child. Britney has moved on, reportedly dating someone outside the industry. Shakira is focused on her son. And Scrappy, he's left with memes and a dwindling bank account. This is the dark side of the spotlight. It's late-night texts, courthouse filings, and the cold reality of national exposure. Scrappy's biggest lie wasn't to Britney or Shakira, it was to himself. He thought he could outrun his past, but it caught up at 2 a.m. Watch the receipts because they never lie. This is the end of an era,